This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipods Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tailmon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new style of video. As we start August, I'm gonna try my best to have double uploads every day. The standard video in the morning will always be a standard format deck showcase, because that's what everyone watches the most. But in the afternoon we're gonna have a little bit of variety, and Mondays we will have Eye on Japan. All right, so we'll be taking a look at cool decks that have been doing well in Japan. Obviously, they have either a different format, sometimes they have brand new cards that we don't get to play with yet, and of course they have evolving skies cards already. This is a deck that we are all looking forward to or anticipating. How good will it be? How much of an impact will it have in the metagame? It didn't put a big dent in Japanese nationals as everyone expected it to, but you never know what will happen, right? So we have the RAYQUAZA VMAX, right? Really powerful card with the ability Blue Sky Surge, which allows you to discard your hand and then you draw 3 cards, right? So not great, but if you can play it on your hand, then that's perfectly fine. And very similar to the Rose card, where you discard your hand and you attach energy from your discard pile. So not bad at all, because the attack max burst, you choose to discard any number of either fire or lightning energy attached to this Pokemon, and this attack does 80 more damage for each energy card discarded in this way. So unlimited damage output. Historically, these have been the sort of attacks that Rayquaza cards feature, and they've also pretty much, like the older Rayquaza EXs, have pretty much been the top deck at one point or another. And combining this, we have the brand newly released FLAAFY, which will remind you of Electric and or Malamar or even Bronzong's abilities, or even Blaziken's ability, which allows you to search your discard pile for a lightning energy and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. So of course we'll need to maneuver the RAYQUAZA VMAXs between the active and the bench in order to get the most damage output that way, but the strategy is fairly straightforward and fairly simple. And by having 4 lightning energies attached to RAYQUAZA VMAX, you 1-KO all the other VMAXs that have 320 HP or no, that have 340 HP or less, because so essentially every VMAX, because you have the base 20 damage. So 340 for 4 energies and a fire seems like a pretty good deal, especially when you have FLAAFY to attach energy with. Now this list does feature some cards that will not be available post rotation, and in Japan they can't use Tapu Koko Prism Star, I think, anymore. So that's why I would imagine there's no Tapu Koko Prism Star in this deck list. There will be a short period of time where we can use Tapu Koko Prism Star with Rayquaza VMAX and FLAAFY, so I expect it to happen. But once rotation happens, the only changes you would need to make to this particular deck would be the Mew, the Dedenne, the Viridian Forest over there, and the Stealthy Hood. So very easily, like there's no direct replacement to the Mew, unfortunately. There's nothing to protect our FLAAFYs on the bench. So Rapid Strike, Urshifu will still be a very big threat to this deck. But replacing the Dedenne, obviously there's no direct replacement, but you do have access to potentially Krigatune or Crobat V as replacement. And for the Stadium, there's no real replacement to that, unfortunately, or the Stealthy Hood, but I imagine the Stealthy Hood would simply become a 3rd Herballoon. The Mew would become potentially a 4th Rayquaza VMAX, potentially the 4th Research. The Dedenne would become Crobat, and the Stadium would simply become another Stormy or Tempest Rage or Stormy Mountain Stadium. I don't know what the final translation will be. Which, once during each player's turn, that player may search your deck for either a Lightning or a Dragon type Pokemon, basic Pokemon, put on their bench and shuffle their deck. So obviously there's a lot of synergy between the Stadium and the deck with the Mareeps and the Rayquazas, and between level balls, instances, quick balls, and the Stadiums. You have a lot of consistency to get your bench really full and really ready in the beginning. I like the structure of this deck. It features Bolton, it features to power up in case you go second, and as a different attacker as well, because the more damage, the more lightning energies you have in play with FLAAFY, the more damage Bolton can do. And you can alternate with a 3-prizer Rayquaza VMAX, 2-prizer Bolton, and finish off with a 3-prizer ideally. You have access to item lock, which, like a well-timed boss's orders plus item lock, can be very, very good. And Rose is a card that I criticized a ton when it came out, but I definitely see the merit in this because you have Rayquaza VMAX's ability to recover from a Rose. You're discarding a lot of cards anyways. The one big thing that I see here, the one big weakness that I see here is if you start with 1 or 2 Flaaffys in your starting hand and you don't have a way to get the Mareeps out, there's no recovery, right? There's no Ordinary Rod being played here. There's no recovery for the FLAAFY. So at the very least, 1 Ordinary Rod, I would definitely recommend playing in this. I think you could easily take out 1 of the fires for the Ordinary Rod because you have the Viridian. Once rotation happens, the Stealthy Hood could easily become the Ordinary Rod. The Mew could become Ordinary Rod as well. I don't think this deck will change a lot with rotation. This deck already has 56 out of 60 cards readily available and ready to go for post-rotation. So if you're looking to build a deck for post-rotation for the new format, once Evolving Skies comes out, this will definitely be a very, very good choice. And even though it didn't do too well at the Japanese national tournament, as I mentioned, I fully expect this deck to do well and be popular, right? It's a very obvious combo between the 2 cards. The cards like Mareep and FLAAFY are like cute cards even, which are attractive, and then Rayquaza is always like a big, popular, powerful Pokemon, and one-shots, when one-shotting a Pokemon wins you half the game, will always be a good idea, right? Generally, it will always be a good idea. Now, surprisingly, Rayquaza VMAX is a Rapid Strike Pokemon. There's no cards in this deck that take advantage of that, and there's nothing really that you would want to, that you would consider playing with the Rapid Strike Rayquaza VMAX. Now, I'm thinking back to the old Rayquaza EX days when you used to play multi-energy with this. I wonder if the Rapid Strike Rainbow Energy, I don't remember the exact name, but the Rapid Strike Energy that provides Rainbow Energy, I wonder if that would help. For example, if you have that energy attached, it counts as a lightning and a fire at the same time, right? It only provides 1, but it counts as both. So if you had that one attached with 3 lightning energies and you chose to discard the lightning energies, would that count for the maximum damage? Based on seeing this deck list and the fact that Japanese players have been playing with this and I haven't seen that in any of the decks, I'm going to assume the answer is no, right? Maybe Rayquaza VMAX's basic energy and the translation that I have right here missed that. But if you can choose to discard that energy along with the basic energies, like if it's any lightning energy, even the Aurora energy, right? The Aurora energy could be a way to do the 340 damage with 3 basic energies and 1 special energy, which is even more manageable, right? So I'm definitely gonna look into that, see if that works out once PTCGO comes out or once the rulings come out for the set. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing this deck. It's definitely gonna be the first deck that I play with when the new set comes out on PTCGO. I believe by the time you're seeing this, we should be getting the set in about 2 weeks from now. So I'm really excited about that. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I'm actually not sure. But the day the set comes out, within an hour of release, you will see this deck in action on my channel. So if you're not subscribed yet, which a lot of you aren't, and I know because I see the stats on the YouTube analytics, I don't know why you're not subscribed. But yeah, I'm gonna try and feature like a different deck with cool Pokemon from Japan. on Monday afternoons. So hopefully you enjoy the little bit of extra content that I'll be putting out every other day or every day. Hopefully we'll have expanded decks, which I haven't featured in a while. We'll have Eye on Japan, we'll have TCG Pokedex. I'm thinking of picking up the TCG Pokedex where I left off, which I believe is Togekiss. So we might be continuing with that, I haven't decided yet. And then a special section featuring the other section of the Limitless Tournament page. I'll delve into that more once the day comes, and we'll continue with the Table and History episodes. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if there's any particular deck that you'd like me to, or any card especially that you'd like me to see featured here in Eye on Japan. Once we have Evolving Skies as well, we will have the same sets at that time, but their format I don't think rotates, so we'll definitely see differences in the cards and lists being utilized. And if they're not different enough, then I might just not do Eye on Japan until we get a new set, right? Everything can change. We'll improvise, right? Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.